Hello! Today, I'm going to be reviewing an entire system. That system is the Nintendo 3DS. Now, to begin, I bought the 3DS when it first came out, around there, so it was $250, and I bought add-ons. By the end of it, I think I spent $400. So, was it expensive? Yeah. Was the price cut necessary? Yep. Am I glad they did it? Absolutely. Now, I do take what happened as a result into factoring the score for the system, which is when Nintendo price cut it, they gave everybody 20 free games, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's not a good makeup excuse," and things like that. I was like, you know what? Imagine you haven't played one of those games. That's an awesome deal. Just think about it. When Sony was hacked on its PlayStation, on its online online network system, they didn't do something like that. I mean, they said they're sorry, but they're like, "Oh, here, have 20 free games." Like, that's amazing, and the games are really good. Let's see my battery, my 3DS. I have it right here. The armor, by the way, works really well. I mean, I know a friend, not a friend, I know somebody whose 3DS was crushed by a car, and the armor protected it. That's pretty damn good. So the games it came with was Mario Kart Super Circuit. By the way, these are all GBA. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Wario Land 4, Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Metroid Fusion, WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Game, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. And then they gave you NES games, Wrecking Crew, Zelda 2, Super Mario Bros. The Original, Ice Climber, Metroid, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong Jr., NES Open Tournament Golf. That game's pretty creative, in my opinion. Balloon Fight, and Yoshi. And even if you played most of these games, you have to remember that a lot of kids haven't played or even touched one of these games. So if they got that as a compensation, I'd be damn happy, and I was. Because I got a lot of good, really high quality games for free that, to me, went way beyond the price cut. Because sometimes I've seen these games on the eShop for $5, $10, or in other places even 20, and I got it all for free. So that's really good. And since I'm still on the topic, when you play these games, it has save states, which is you can save it at any point, basically, in some of them. So if they felt was necessary, and that's really good too for people who need that. Alright, so let's get into the main chunk. The 3D of this system. Alright. Since everyone's wondering that. The battery's about to die, so I'm going to close it. The 3D of the system is less 3D and more depth. It'll go from looking like this to being expansive like that. And if something's right here in the front and another thing's back here, oh, I'm messing up. You'll be able to see it, the distance, more clearly, and that helps in some games. It can be used pretty well. In other games, it's really cheap, and in others, it's just a nice aesthetics. It just depends. The problem with the 3D is that it drops the frame rate dramatically by 60 to 30. For me, it's not a big deal, because I can't really see a difference in most games. But it also lowers the graphics, and so sometimes I go back and forth, which is good. They included that you don't have to play in 3D. So that covers 3D. It's pretty good. If it's not your cup of tea, you can have it off the whole time, so it's not that big of a deal. Next, I'll say the presentation. The menu design is really nice. You can pause when you're doing almost anything with the home button. The home button is right here. That button. So if I were to, I don't know, start my music app, I'm like, oh wait, let me go do something. So you click it, boom. Just pause, you can go online and look things up, and it won't interrupt your game or whatever it is you're doing. You can use the menu, you can chat. That's really good. You can use the basic core functions of the system while you're in suspended mode, or the home button mode. Another nice thing about the presentation, like I said, the menu is really nice. I don't know, it's impossible for you to see it. See, it has folders down here. Let's see if I can click that. If I click it, it will open up. And I think that's really neat that they included that. Then you can use your finger. Oh crap. Ah, it's awkward because I'm trying to do it all reversed. You can see there. And you can change the settings right here, the brightness, and how big and small the boxes are, and basic things like that. The button design is nice. They're not loud. It's comfortable. The D-pad's always good. This thing I love. This. Now, though some game it's not too like gentle, but it works really well. It's comfortable. The only drawback is if you're really sweaty, then wipe off your finger then, because it's gonna get dirty. Another thing I noticed when I tested it out is it gets damaged really easily. So, not really like permanent, just like scratches. So if I were to go like that, it would make a scratch instantly. You have the volume button on this side, SD port. You have headphone jack, it works with most headphones. The power button, oh thank God they put it there. I sometimes accidentally shut off my system when it was right here. And they put the wireless as a replacement right here. And then of course on the back you have the spot of the stylus, and ooh, it extends. It extends and then it retracts. Oh my gosh, hundreds of years of technology just for this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just to do that. Infrared sensor right here, and then place you can charge it, and then the R and L buttons. The R and L buttons I wish were bigger, but they do feel nice. That's my only gripe about it. And then there's one more thing about the actual design of it is, you see this right here? This right here? Whenever you close the system, if you imagine a line, if I were to close it and you just keep imagining it, over time it like dents it. It makes a indentation, and although it's not that big of a deal, because you can only see it in bright light, like if you do this, or in the sun, and really even if you do see it, it's not, I mean, it's so perfectly straight, like it's not that bad at all, but yeah, that can get on your nerves. I have a screen protector, thank God, because God knows all the times I fucked with this and messed it up. Alright, a few other things about it. Has your standard health and safety, information. Yeah, you can barely see that. Oh well. System settings, parental controls, blah blah blah. Me Plaza, no one gives a shit. It is pretty interactive, but still, like where I live, like you never really use it. But if I lived in a populous area, more populated area, then yeah, I think it'd be good. Alright. Basic things. The friends list was improved, and it's only one code That's it. And it's pretty good, and you can save friend contacts, and that's way better than what they did last time. Online is much better. It's easier to connect. It's not a hassle. It's good. It's not laggy. I mean, it's not like it's not super high quality like when browsing online, but when playing games, it's pretty high quality, and I find it very smooth and easy. It also has Street Pass and Spot Pass, so it's constantly sending and receiving information between other systems and servers that Nintendo set up. Then later, they're going to add YouTube and other services, and like they already have Netflix, and that's really nice too. And which is in 3D, so you watch Doctor Who in 3D. The portal scene, like, that looked cool. Okay. I will count this in factoring it. The system... Actually, no, one more thing. Without the armor, it looks gorgeous. There you go. It's all shiny. Okay. The system library, the software library. The eShop is okay. It has a few good games, a few crappy ones. It's alright. I think the best ones are the ones I got for free, which are just now putting on there. Some of the neat stuff. Actually, I'll take that back. Now on to the main games. It has, when calculating in my head, all the major B+ games that this system has. It's like 30 plus. So 30, just imagine 30 plus must-buy or really good games. And in my opinion, that's great. I mean, some systems it takes them like 4 years just to get that many at that quality. And so, although it had a slow and rough start, the 3DS is definitely a big competition with the Vita now, and it's its own beast, and it's holding up well. Actually, I think it's beating. Last time I checked, I think the Vita is on life support, and it's funny because Vita in Latin means life, so it's like ironic. The Greek meaning. Okay. Some other things. I guess I would mention the music. The music function on it is okay. It works. It's easy to navigate. So if you like music, you can put it on there. The only downside is you can only hold like 40 songs. And I know for some people they like thousands. So pick out your favorite songs. Good luck. Any other main things? I guess I would talk about the screen size. The screen size is nice. It's easy to see. Some games I've had no problems with the screen. Like I feel comfortable. In other games I'm like, it's a bit awkward. When I'm holding the system, it does feel slightly uncomfortable after a while. And it might just be my hand type or my hand size because it's made for little kids. I know everyone, Nintendo's hardcore, blah blah blah. Yeah, they're trying to appeal to a mass audience, but you have to remember, when you played Nintendo for the first time, you were a kid. That's their main audience. That's what they appeal to. So obviously they have to cater to that, at least somewhat, and they design their system around that. I mean, they're doing the best they can, man. Like, you can't have you can't have a shoe that fits every person. You know what I mean? You have to find a balance in that. It has 3D video and photos, and the 3D doesn't work well, I'll be honest. The 3D video especially, like, this looks crappy. The camera quality is okay. It's kind of like a fuzzy potato. It's doable. And it works. And you can save pictures from online, so it's alright. That's mainly it. Give me a moment to think about anything else. Alright, one more thing before I wrap it up is that it has the AR cards. You point the system down at a card, which you can just look up online, and then like little monster animation appears. It's really gimmicky. It's alright. I mean, you'll have fun with it the first few times. It came with when you buy a system new, it comes with Face Raiders, which is a new game, a free new game that they made just for that type of experience. And it's alright, and other things like that. My favorite was the AR cards built into the system, and I thought that was pretty unique because here'd be a flat surface and the animation goes down, and you have to move up, be like that to shoot things. So that's pretty much the main points of the 3DS, and it's really cut and dry. I could go into much more detail. That's pretty much it. Do I prefer it over the Vita? Yes. I have played a Vita. I do not like it. I think it is uncomfortable. Way more comfortable than that. 0 out of 10. 10 being game-defining, revolutionary, and just superb and excellent, no flaws, and only little tidbits of things here and there. And then 0 being like you bought Thin Air for $100. Why did you just buy Thin Air? 5 being like kind of average. I think I would give it a 9. And a 9 because even though there are a lot of things people don't like about it, it's not flaws, they're just opinions and preferences, and I'm not judging it based on a preference. I'm judging it based on how it feels, how the experience is, and what factual flaws are there. Like if someone said, "Oh, I don't like it because it has 3D," well, that's an opinion. I mean, you can turn it off. I won't count that as a factor. Now, if it was like, I don't like it because it has a system error that's common, I mean, that's different. Speaking of that, the reason why I gave it a 9 is because it's very durable, and it has never messed up on me. It's never been corrupted, or like anything was laggy, or it wasn't working, or it failed like 360 or PS3. And I gotta give that, to me, that's hands down, like, above a 7. If it's durable and it works well. So 9, yeah, it's a 9. Pretty good. Not perfect, but good enough to get a 9, and that's saying something for my tastes. So if you're looking for unique experience, and just a system that can be used in a diverse way, and it's fun, it has a pretty good game library, I'd highly recommend you buy the 3DS. If you're more into Sony and you want to play PlayStation 3 games that have been ported onto a portable because it's just their thing, then get a PlayStation Vita. It's my review of the 3DS. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.